What's good, cyberspace? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And you already know, Reclaim Your Throne.
Right here, right now. It's the right time, It's the right time, right now. Tell the whole pipe down. Tell that nigga pipe down.
So guys, we have to get right into this one. Oh, bro, this guy's channel that I just found is fire. I think he almost got like 10K subs. It's called Uncut Dating Truths. I mean, he's like straight up pulling up on chicks in the middle of the street, getting interviews. It's almost like a mobile soft white underbelly. You know what I'm saying? So it's very reminiscent to that, but it is a brother actually who is running this channel. So shout out to him. Make sure y'all go and subscribe to him because he's getting some really good content and getting the truth out of these women. So let's listen to this interview that he did with this woman, because he really gets into the thick of it, of why decent looking chicks, I ain't gonna say she bad, but decent looking chicks who could get a good guy end up dating bums. So let's get into it.
I remember you did tell me that you had a situation where you took care of him there.
All right, so let me stop it right here. So first off, I mean, she looks pretty good. You know, it looks like she's got, you know, fake tatas. She does look older, probably mid 30s to, you know, creeping up on the late 30s to early 40s. You could tell that she has had plastic surgery in the face. She's trying to look like a doll, all right? But at the end of the day, she looks decent, okay? She definitely looks decent. I would probably rate her, I mean, she kind of looks like Jigsaw in the face, I ain't gonna lie. So she's kind of like, she's like medium ugly, honestly. Like, she's got a good body. She's like a butterface almost, in my opinion. I would say she's a 6 because she's, you know, I think a butterface is a 6. So
where you took care of him.
She got an 8 body and then like a 5 face.
I did.
Can you speak on that?
Yes.
And then she got cigarette voice. So she took care of a man, is what they're saying, but she got cigarette voice, so it's already OV. Like, this is the type of chick you can only get like a BJ from, honestly.
Absolutely. Well, you know, it was one of those things where I didn't know myself, and I think I was trying to like find my worth in a man. And I thought, you know, and plus I didn't.
She didn't know herself. She was trying to find her worth in a man. See, when women say this, it doesn't make sense, because if you're trying to find your worth in a man, wouldn't you find a man that's worth a damn? So, like, if you're trying to find your worth in a man, why are you going for a guy who's not worth anything? That doesn't make any sense. If you were trying to find your worth in a man, you would look for a man who is worth a damn, and then you would be like, oh, I'm worth a damn because I'm with this guy who's worth something. But see, when women say these things, oh, I'm trying to find my worth in a man. No, you just thought he was hot. Come on. Or he was tall. Once they start talking like this, I'd be like, okay, how tall was he? Straight up. That's what you got to ask.
I didn't have a dad too, which is a whole other story. But, you know, I helped this person, and their mom was sick. Their mom ended up ultimately passing away, God rest her soul. And there was just a lot going on, and I really thought if I gave, that it would inspire him to do the same thing. But the problem was this: I gave too damn much.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know who she's talking about. Could this have been a brother who was piping her down crazy? I don't know.
And when you give that much and you don't get back, that's when you got to put the brakes on.
So when you speak on you gave, like, can you speak on like what happened? Like,
I paid for everything. I paid all the bills. Oh yeah. But you know.
So when she says, oh, I paid all the bills, no, what happened was, you know, what it sounds like to me is she had a crib and everybody moved into her crib and she was paying all the bills. Like, yes, technically that is paying all the bills, but it's different if you moved in with him and then you're paying his bills. Like, you're paying your own bills and then you allowed somebody to move in. A lot of women try and make it seem like, oh, well, I paid all the bills, It's like, okay, no, you paid your bills. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference between you paid your bills and then you voluntarily allowed somebody to move in with you. Because I wouldn't like move in my girlfriend and then be like, oh, well, I paid all the bills. It's like, no, I'm paying the bills that I already had. The only difference is now I'm taking on a roommate. So it's crazy. They try and make it seem like they just bossed up on everybody when you consistently paid the bills that you already had. I'm not even gonna lie. It sounds like she's probably involved in intercourse work too. Maybe a scripper.
Through that, I don't regret any of it because...
But for how long? You paid the rent, everything.
Too long. I'd rather not say.
And scrippers be the main ones doing this because they pick bum dudes because they know that they're not worth much, okay? So they pick guys who are bad for them because they like getting mistreated. Or maybe not that they like getting mistreated, but it's like they know that their profession is pretty much raunchy, and it's almost like they have to consistently in every facet of their life be in a raunchy situation. So yeah, they might be making a lot of money, but they're also spending a lot of money, and then they're also on drugs or alcohol or dating guys who are putting hands and feet on them, and just bums in general.
Too long. And it was way too long, and I learned from that though. I learned to love myself, because at the time, no woman that's doing that really loves herself. I mean, you're not. You know, it's good to help a guy, yes, and some guys appreciate it. I'm not saying that can't work, you know, because I do think that can work to an extent if a guy's going through tough times and he really just needs, like, you know, a leg up. But when it goes on and you're like, listen, you got to stop playing video games, you got to get a job.
She had a Madden King. She had a 2K King. That man was a 2K soldier. He probably should have started streaming. She should have bought him some streaming equipment. Maybe a camera. Get the little cam link thing connected and have him streaming and just talking, you know, shit online on Twitch or something. Maybe. But see, a lot of women say, oh, I want to build with him. But then you ain't coming up with no ideas. Like, yeah, get a job for sure. I get that. And these are things that he should come up with. But if you talking about you want to build with that man, then you should be throwing out the ideas at this point, because you're the man in the situation. If he likes video games, find out how he can make money off of video games. See, but they're not really thinking for the man. They're thinking for themselves, and they're not supposed to be in that situation, so they can't innovate. Like, that's kind of like the easiest thing that I would have thought of. Like, okay, you playing video games all day, nigga, join some tournaments, make some money. You know what I'm saying? Gamble. I don't know. Try and monetize playing video games.
You got to pay bills. You know, again, going back to what I talked about before, and that is, it's a collaborative effort. It's not one person or the other.
So he didn't put no money in at all?
Nothing. $0.
And what was it that kept him around? Like, was he putting it down in the bedroom? Something like that?
You know, it wasn't even that.
It wasn't even that. That's cap. I mean, she probably invested heavy, but let's not act like, you know, Buddy had time and he was smashing, okay? If he on a video game all day, you know that he was wrecking the cheeks when she came back from work.
It's because I have compassion towards people. And when I see somebody that I think can be better, I'm going to try to help them get there. I'm a ride or die. You know, I am. But now the ride comes to an end at a certain point.
It always comes to an end because women cannot provide for men long term. Their pride won't let them do it. Their ego won't let them do it. It makes them feel in the dominant space, and then they start being a D. Y'all, I can't curse on this, but y'all know. They start being rude to the man, okay?
Point. Because I learned from that situation. So I'm a ride or die, but after the ride has been extended for a few times, that's when the ride gets, then I'm dropping you off at the bus stop. The ride stops here.
And you took care of his mother also?
Everything. His mother, his niece and nephew, everything.
You brought the niece and nephew in the house also?
Everything. You wouldn't believe. I had a full house. I was feeding everybody. I was working. I was cleaning the house.
See, I told you. She brought everybody in. She moved everybody in. Whose fault is that? You brought in nieces and nephews. Come on, she's wild.
I was done. I was done. I got to the point where, you know, because you really do. At the point, you start feeling resentful because you're like, well, I'm doing all this stuff, but now what about me? And so you have to know it's okay to help people, but you don't help people to the point where you're actually disabling them. Because when you help a guy or even a girl or even parents that have kids that are home and they can't get on their own, you're disabling that person. You're not empowering that person.
See, it only works that way with a man. When you help a woman, shoot, a lot of times they be using that. But like when a woman tries and helps a man, there's something about taking charity from a woman that a man, at the end of the day, he can't really respect himself for that. So he might take that out on the woman in different ways. You know, it's just not good to try and provide for an unambitious man. But these women keep choosing these guys, and I guarantee it was probably based off of initially, I don't know. I honestly think she was putting up with this man because he had good D or something and he was tall. I guarantee, bruh. I guarantee.
People need to feel supported, yes, but at the same time, you need to put the bird needs to leave the nest.
And then the thing is, a lot of these women, they would never give a Malcolm a try. They would never give a mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man a try, or a medium, ugly, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. But she's medium ugly too, but she wouldn't give no Malcolm a try. It's crazy. But she'll give a bum dude a try who, might be blowing her back out.
They need to go out because you don't really learn anything unless you struggle. It's the struggle that builds the brand. It's the struggle that builds the person. And it's the struggle that builds integrity within yourself and how you can translate that to, your success in the world, because you're not going to make it. Because when everybody goes through tough times, life happens. And if you don't have that strength to go out there and to really win and to make things happen, when things don't go your way, you're gonna fall flat on your face. You're not going to know how to do it.
So there you have it, guys. That was a good video. Make sure you go check out bro's channel. But you already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship cards to email down below with a screenshot of your CashApp so I know you're paying your tithes, man. Y'all need to be on your motherfucking name with the BS. You already know. Reclaim your throne.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.